Greetings and salutations, my lovelies. Bardic Kitty here, bringing you Mermaid Days 15 and 16. So, I did 15s yesterday, and I did actually, get it fully completed and everything, but then I realized it was already almost 2 o'clock, or I know it at least was after 1 in the morning. And I was like, I'm not gonna stay up and edit a video and everything until like 3 in the morning, so that's why you get them together today. I also apologize. Of course, my cat is being noisy. I'm sorry. He's always so noisy. Little one's usually better than that, but the big one is noisy. Anyway. For whatever reason, it didn't start recording. It was probably my fault. I probably hit the wrong button or forgot to hit the button or something. And so that's why you missed the initial sketching of the pose. There's not a whole lot to this one other than I wanted to do something that was kind of playful, and she kind of strikes me as being almost like a treasure hunter mermaid because she's all decked out in the jewelry and everything. But yeah, so, she goes into these sunken pirate ships and she digs out, all of the pretty jewelries and just anything that's shiny that catches her attention. I almost wish that I had just decked her out in even more stuff, but I didn't want to reach a point where it was just, too much. So maybe these are like her favorite pieces that she wears every day. Anyway, she's also another, more eel-inspired mermaid. I've done a few of those so far this month, and it's not something that I really ever thought that I was, ever really thought about, but I guess I kind of like the way it looks. So, that's what it is. For the coloring, I was really happy with my color choices up until I looked at it after the fact and kind of went, she kind of has Barney colors. Hi, Cassander. He just jumped up on the back of the chair. Stop scratching. Bad kitty. This is going to be a real mess of a voiceover. I apologize for that. Anyway, so, like Barney the Friendly Dinosaur that, people watch as a kid, I honestly, the only reason it bothers me is that once in grade school, I had never even watched Barney. I had no idea what they were talking about. But I decided that, I didn't have to make my dinosaur green. He was gonna be a purple dinosaur. And everybody was like, oh, you're just doing that because you like Barney. And I'm like, no, I'm doing it because my favorite color is purple. Who's Barney? And why are you being mean to me? Anyway, so to this day, even though purple and green are two of my favorite colors to pair together, I always do so with a little bit of just bitterness because it's like I always think about that and that being made fun of for a kid for coloring my dinosaur to look like this character that I had never heard of at that point. Just a random look into the kind of crazy that I have, because that's normal, right? Anyway, so here in a bit we're going to start on the jewelry. I really enjoy playing with the metallic and glitter pins and stuff, and so of course I play with that with the jewelry again. Here I'm putting down some metallic silver, and then once I get down a base color, I put just the clear glitter over top of these pearls that she's wearing. And, I tried to make sure that I got a little bit of shading and that hopefully that kind of comes through the glitter a little bit because, like I said, it's like a transparent gel that has some glitter in it. Oh yeah, and refilling pins, or refilling markers, because that happens. They dry out, and then you have to refill them. And yeah, so overall, I'm really happy with this one. I think she looks really cool, and I do think that the colors work well together. And yeah, so too bad if she's purple and green. I like those colors. Usually I go for more of a blue tint of green, though. I specifically went for red violets today, and I think that makes her look even more like that color scheme. But anyway, so here's all the shiny. I'm showing you all the glitter pins. Aren't they pretty? I love them so much. They've just been a lot of fun to add just that little bit of extra like fun to a few of these pieces. And then here's today's. Alright, so going into this one, this was another one that was inspired by my husband, and he has an interesting sense of humor. I had made a comment about my Mother's Day one, and about how, you know, she was gonna grow up to be glamorous, and I had like spelled it GLAM''RUS, and he's like, that just makes me think of a blinged out walrus. So I decided I had to draw a dapper gentleman walrus today. And so he's actually, for a reference, I used Taft, because I couldn't think of a better way to get a reference for a very finely dressed, rotund man. So I just looked up, you know, Google search for, you know, Taft, and I found the perfect reference, and now he's a walrus, and he's got a bucket on his head, because that was a meme I know for a while, and I tend to not really get memes. I don't internet enough, or I guess I don't internet in the right way to understand memes. But I was told that he had to have a bucket, and I figured that putting it on his head would be cute. So there you go. That's the story behind, yeah, Taft the Dapper Walrus. He's got a bucket on his head. And I was joking with some friends when I sent them sneak peeks, like to gauge opinion on like whether this was a terrible idea or not after I finished the sketch. I was all like, I dare say, good sir, have you seen my bucket? And, you know, fun stuff like that. Coloring the walrus part was actually kind of fun. I played around with mixing a lot of colors and layering them in different ways. I had a reference for the walrus as well. I changed up the coloration a little bit in areas, especially since he had some scarring, but I didn't want to try to do that because I didn't want I was afraid I would mess it up. So I just kind of like evened it out and just did kind of like more flat colors, and played with the wrinkles in the skin, because walruses have so many wrinkles, and it was kind of fun. And there I put a little bit of gold in this one, and I try to show you later that it shines, but it didn't want to shine for me for the camera, because the metallic pins that I have, I've got this new set of 3, and it's what I used for the silver in the previous one and the gold in this one, and they don't, I don't know, they don't shine and glitter as much as like the glitter gel pens that I have, but still. Anyway, so I'm about to finish this one up, and you'll see the close-up. And sorry for rambling at you. I know this was a little longer than these tend to be. I actually sped everything up except for these parts where I'm showing you the picture like 50 times what they actually were, and it still ended up being almost 10 minutes, so I apologize for that. But either way, I hope you enjoy them. This one in particular, I hope it gave you a giggle. Alright, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow with a new video, and I may or may not get one out for Thursday. We'll see. Anyway, I love you all.